Do we have audio? I'm on a different phone. Can you hear me? Is there sound? Okay. I'm on the old phone, which is why I'm asking, because the old phone, we had a stream once where there was no sound, but I'm on the old phone. So I don't know what happened with the connection, but I think the kitchen doesn't have enough reception in there. It just like my network dropped off completely, so I'm in the living room now. I think if I took you back into the kitchen, we might drop again, unfortunately. So that's why. If I drop off, that's why. What was I saying? I was saying that if you can't be transparent with me, then I can't get to know you. And if I can't get to know you, then I can't love you, right? So in any relationship, platonic, romantic, whatever, I can't love you for who you are until you are willing to show yourself. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. So if I ask questions and a person isn't able to answer me, then that is a barrier towards understanding them, and that is also a barrier towards understanding what kind of relationship we have. And sound is tinny. Is it tinny because of the phone, or is it tinny because of my living room echo? Can I show you the computer? Yeah, the computer is... It's tiny. It's as big as the keyboard. It's twice my hand. All right, if reception drops off, I'm sorry, but I need to finish cooking. So, it turns on, for sure. Can you still see me okay? I did restart the phone. I restarted it twice. I think it's just too hot by the oven. I hate leaving unannounced. If there's anything I desire out of life, it's a sense of closure. So, our rice cakes are nice and soft, glistening and tender, and I'm going to try to move it over here so you can see it up close. Now I'm going to cut in some fish cakes and scallions. Probably because I didn't end the other stream. Because I couldn't connect to the internet anymore. So, sorry about that. There is no fish sauce, but there is anchovy. Guys, dating sucks. Like, it's fun when you meet people, I guess, but then it sucks. I'm really glad I didn't have to do it for 10 years of my life. And I guess I don't have to do it now, do I? Cutting up into small triangles. Okay, are we all familiar with the term situationship? What are our thoughts on it? Situationships are basically just lies. Wow. Oh my gosh, I almost dropped the phone. Situationship sounds like lack of communication, not something you would want. Run the other way. We are either romantically involved or not. I agree. I'm gonna lift this curtain so that it stops getting in the way of the lens. Oh my gosh. Emotional hookup. Stacy, can I ask what decade of age you're in? Because that is like so bullseye a definition of what a situationship is. It is totally an emotional hookup. Holy shit. Truly one of the worst things. Yeah, Stace. You are hip, girl. So fucking hip. 52 sounds great. 52, given the fact that I'm okay with dying in my late 60s in life, 52 sounds like hitting senior year of college when you know exactly what the fuck is going on and you like mastered everything and you're ready for the next stage. I mean, mastering is an illusion, yes, of course. Do you mean a toxic relationship? Yeah, probably. Hi, Naoko. Rule 1, date around. Rule 2, keep distance for at least 3 months. Rule 3, only see the person if they give you notice, like ask for Saturday on Wednesday. Oh, these rules are for dating anyone, Jenny? Hi, Sweden. How does everyone feel when your fiance is sending messages to women, his ex, on Messenger and adding the heart smiley emoji? Would you all? I think you should talk to him and call him out on his bullshit if you feel safe. I don't know him, but if you feel safe, you should talk about that. I just added in some more broth because I want to cook things a little bit more. And then the last thing we'll do is turn off the heat and stir in sesame oil. And that will be that. Am I not on stream right now? I'm confused about what people are saying. He says it's not cheating and I say it is. Well, then it's cheating for you. Are you okay with a cheater being your fiance? If not, then I would leave. Yeah, that's hard, but that's my answer. If we're going for a yes or no. I feel like if you communicate often about your feelings and problems, most relationships work out, or am I wrong? I think it really depends on the person and how good that communication is and how honest they are being. There's a lot of variations to how people communicate. Just because they're talking doesn't mean they're speaking out of their heart. it's kind of like when Hearst was saying, we are bargaining with your union in good faith. And all they were doing is stringing us along for 2+ years, wasting our time in bargaining sessions and pushing back and redlining and deleting all of our demands. Is that good faith? They can call it good faith, but is that actually communication, or is it just wasting our time and effort in hopes of burning us out? Like, I've discovered, guys, in the last 3 months of my Hinge adventures, that dating is not that much unlike a job. Interviewing and communicating with someone on a date feels very similar to me in some circumstances, and understanding how a workplace functions is very much the same way of understanding how the other person functions. Discovering whether or not this dynamic works for you takes some time, and eventually over time you will start to see the discrepancies, the incompatibilities, and the roadblocks, the systemic issues, if you will, that has no real solid achievable solutions. Some things are just unviable, and it may be heartbreaking because you like the job but you hate the environment, and it may be heartbreaking because you like some things about the person to the extent that it makes you think you love them, but they suck in that they're not compatible with what you need. So they may be what you want, or part of them may be what you want, but all of them is not what you need at all. In fact, they might not be good for you. That's what's the most difficult about dating, for me, currently. Jonathan says, cheating is such a nebulous term. My rule of thumb is that if you wouldn't want your partner to know about it, it's cheating. I totally agree. Cheating happens when you are consciously and even unconsciously keeping things from your partner. It doesn't have to be sex. It doesn't have to be kissing. It doesn't have to be anything physical. It could be emotional. If you have a crush on somebody and you become infatuated with them and you take all the measures to make sure that your significant other doesn't find out about this crush or your relationship mentally with them, then that is a form of emotional cheating, for sure. I agree. If he's already lied to you once, he can do it again. That's my rule of thumb. Cauliflower is good. I'm just keeping it in the oven until I'm ready to take them out. And this is ready too. I'm just gonna let it cool in the pan, and I can pack it up for my friend. We are not in a rush. I have to leave here around 2:40. So we have some time to chat. Would you like to chat? Of course you would like to chat, wouldn't you? We want to support you in all the decisions that your heart wants to make, that your other parts might be holding you back from, including a sense of security and comfort and stability. But, you know, this is not a forum for relationship advice or therapy. But we do talk about a lot of these things. And if you find that you gravitate towards responses that are already supporting and bolstering what you've been saying to yourself all along, then yes, pay attention to your gut. Trust your gut. Trust your body. Your body is trying to tell you something very important. Maria says, sorry, but total honesty between couples is a crock. It's okay to keep part for yourself. Yeah, has everyone seen White Lotus season 2? I found that couple dynamic plotline to be thoroughly engrossing. It is very applicable in my life. because of my desire for total transparency, and I think that White Lotus really made me think. I don't want to have spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen it, so maybe like hop off if you haven't seen White Lotus season 2 and you want to. I am not on Delish anymore. I don't know if they're posting old content, but I have been fired since October. So I will only be living here now. White Lotus season 2. There are 2 couples as part of the storyline. There's like multiple storylines going all at once simultaneously in White Lotus season 2. And Aubrey Plaza plays one of the couples, and her husband are on this trip with another couple. They are friends. The men are friends. The women don't quite really know each other that well. Aubrey's character is very hesitant about the, whether or not the other couple's relationship is genuine. And she keeps talking with her husband about how they can't be real. They're too lovey-dovey. They're too perfect. They never fight. How is that possible? And she basically spends like half the show trying to understand how it is this couple never fights and what is like their thing, what is hiding underneath the surface. And she gravitates towards moments that show a sort of veneer, like lies that the couple might be hiding. Oh, we have you muted. Please wave at the camera when the spoilers are done. Okay. She finds out details about the other couple that support her claim that they aren't telling each other the truth all the time. And it comes to the point where she and her husband are like, well, we're also not perfect. And can we actually tell each other everything? And is that good? All right, I'm going to report that person and maybe remove them. Yeah? Because they were getting really annoying. I don't know if they were a convenience for each other, and truthfully, as someone who doesn't seem to think that monogamy is like a natural state of being, that by default we are going to desire and develop desire for other people, that I guess I'll wave. I'm done with the spoilers. I'm waving. Hi. But just in general, talking not within the details of the show, I just feel like I think jealousy is a natural emotion. I think desire is a natural impulse. I think it is impossible to keep your physical and sexual desire for a person preserved over time. And why is this person still here? Jesus fucking Christ. Goodbye. Be gone. So anyway, White Lotus season 2 made me think a lot about those relationship dynamics, whether or not, full honesty is even possible, whether or not full transparency is desirable, whether or not you need mystery to keep some sort of like a toxicity in the relationship alive. And it's kind of like how you use stuff like cherry pits and bitter almonds. Those things have toxins in them, cyanide, but they provide flavor and they provide a little mystique and intrigue. And so to what extent can you use something that is toxic to keep a relationship fresh? And at what point do you use too much of it? Because I do think we have a very black and white culture of like, well, you shouldn't engage in any unhealthy behavior at all. But we also have this idea that you shouldn't be with one person sexually. You shouldn't we also have this idea that you should only be with one person sexually in marriage forever, right? Like, I would say that's the mainstream right now, is you fall in love, you get married, you have kids, you stay with each other until you die. Like, that's what we as a society have propelled our people to want and desire, and that anything that strays from that formula is a sort of failure, right? And there are people who are saying, hey, that doesn't work for me. I want to see multiple people, or I want to be able to do this and do that. And I think it's all a matter of negotiating. I think some people want some things and some people want other things, depending on their background, their education, their morals, their values, and just their personal preferences. Biologically speaking, I am more on the asexual spectrum. I don't need sex like that. But some people feel like they need sex like that. And so how do you navigate? How's farm school? We are starting a new unit this coming Wednesday. It's going to be botany. Botany is our next unit. So our first unit was training of trainers, where we learned how learning takes place, what kind of learning farm school follows or tries to follow, and it was about popular education. Unit 2 is about food justice, and so it dives deep into the inequalities in the food production system, all the way in our human food chain, from growers and farmers to like delivery and processing to retail and cooking. And you know, we learned about like the pay discrepancies, the gender discrepancies, the history of modern day agriculture in America as like basically a holdover from plantation slavery practices, and basically keeping in mind all of the systemic and systematic injustices and arbitrary rules that keep oppression alive. So 3 will be botany. I guess we will start learning about plants and actual growing now that we have like a pedagogical and philosophical and socio-political framework set up. Excuse me. Oh, that was a nice burp. Farm school doesn't cost anything. It is running on a gift economy, meaning they have a recommended donation model based on your income level. It's pretty cool. Yeah. The focus is urban farming. The focus is on social justice. The focus is on the history of the land, how the land was stolen, and just keeping in mind where these resources came from in the beginning and who they are being exploited and manipulated by, and how we can maybe not be a part of that exploitation, and how we can maybe create different forms of operating in society. How is your immune disease? Can I take these classes too? Are those two related questions? I don't think you can take these classes. I had to go through an interview process. They have a cohort every year. They interview starting in September, and they announce admissions in November, and the program runs from December to December for a whole year. So, and this is specific to New York City, I think. I think glass jars would be a good idea. I'm going to take some of this to Samira because she deserves it, because she's a rock star and I adore her, and she's like kind of saved my life in so many ways. And then the rest of it will go to my friend that I promised this meal to. She's currently recovering from surgery, so Just paying her a visit. I'm gonna tell her all about my boy problems. We'll eat some deliciously chewy rice cakes. And I hope to have a delightful Sunday despite all of my mental stresses. I realize that I am grateful for all that I have. And I have a lot. Not to get cheesy, but I have all of you. Y'all bunch of weird. I don't know when my next video is coming out. It might be another month. My life is kind of messy right now, and I have stuff to edit, but it's going to be a week diary. It's not going to be as intense as the H-Mart one, but it will be more intense than the thrifting one, so. Don't expect anything too soon. I can't turn them out like I used to, because I used to have a team, and now I don't. And let's be honest, I think now that I have like full control of the process from beginning to finish, I actually put out content for myself at the same rate as Delish did, because Delish was handling so many projects at the same time on such a skeleton crew that like we weren't really putting out that much content from just me anyway. So kimbap, I have a kimbap recipe on Delish too. I was like the token Asian, so I took on all the Asian recipes. Well, willingly. But you know, token Asian. I don't know if they're gonna have another token Asian on there. I would love to talk about why people love my long content so much, because if you realize, like, the H-Mart haul video is almost close to 200K now, but the other two videos are like stagnating at around 12 to 15,000. So, you know, I realize that is my forte. That is what people come to me for. I will try to output long content consistently, at least on a monthly basis. I can't make promises, but I would love to know why people love my long content. I have a feeling it's because long content feels less like an act. It's less episodic, which makes it feel more genuine. Would you agree or disagree? I think, yeah, you're right. Long content is not scripted, which is why it's so long, because I don't plan on any of it. I just go with the flow. It is as organic as it gets, I suppose. Yes, it is still edited, but it's much less objective oriented in a lot of ways. And it feels like playing the content creation lottery, almost. And I guess it is also like documentary, because of my content being tracking of my lifestyle. I do feel like that is very much a part of it. You know what I didn't do? I didn't even taste this. Why didn't I even taste this before I started packing it?
Mm. Okay. Could be better. Could be worse. Could be better, could be worse. Oh, I also wanted to ask you guys. So I'm 33. What do you think should be my age range for dating? Give me all your opinions. I won't judge anyone. I just want to gauge what everybody feels like. The proper, appropriate, fitting, suitable age ranges. $24? Oh, Jesus, that seems low. Looks like people are more 50 to 80. Thanks, Tyler. Okay, 64. That's like my parents' age, guys. That's a little too intense, I think. Up to 43 is fascinating. You're allowing me to go 10 years older, but only 5 years younger. $23, 10 years younger? That's a huge difference. Like who I was at 23 versus who I am now. Not in diapers at either end. Fascinating. I would ask, how old is your soul? Okay, let me ask you guys. How old do you think my soul is? "23 hasn't finished brain development." Wow, you think I'm 42. Okay. 2000, yeah, that's a long time. Old as hell, like 84. 50. Okay, it seems like the consensus is my soul is between 50 and 40. Hi, Nez, long time no see, friend. Okay, thank you for that. That was fun. Nez, you want to come over and eat my food sometimes? It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a long time. I have food for you if you come. me when you want to come. Alright, food is packed for friends, and now I will eat this. The stuff that remains is the best, and I'm gonna throw some cauliflower in here for vegetables. Mm-hmm. It's delicious. Rice cakes are good. All these people saying I'm in my 40s and 50s, are you guys in your 40s and 50s? Or are you just projecting what you think someone in that age range would do? I think it's totally fine to have relationships that are not meant to last. I just still need them to be honest with me, you know? That's a good sauce. Somebody said buffalo cauliflower wings to me the other day. Well, these are like gochujang wings. Dude, yes? Do I believe in soulmates? Like one person for you? No, I don't. Definitely not. Wow. I adore this. I will never eat cauliflower without a sauce ever again. Happy birthday, 23-year-old. I don't know if I believe in reincarnation, but I really fucking hope not. I was talking with Samir about this. We don't want reincarnation to be a thing. We're done. When we're done, we're done. This is exhausting, y'all. Can't do this shit for another lifetime. What is farm school? If you Google NYC farm school, you'll find out. Nalco, I'm so happy for you. This is like also the perfect way to clean your pan. Yeah, I kind of do need to go in 15 minutes, so let's clean, huh? First of all, I still need to get other stuff to pack for my friend, including cookies, okay, that's not defrosted, muffins, I need to grab one bag for Samira and one bag for my other friend. Excuse me. Is that it? Is that all I need to get her? Guys, I really want more cereal. Let's give me more cereal. I need to eat while I clean. But maybe no alcohol this time. At this point, my tripod is a person. I think you should address the tripod as an actual human being. What are we debating about? Are we debating about the equipment? Technically, that is the Delish camera, but I argued for HR to let me keep it because in 2020, in the middle of the pandemic, when we were all assigned to do videos from home, they did not give us equipment. We had to shoot on our cell phones. I refused to shoot on my cell phone because after the first cell phone shot Budget Eats, the quality was shitty and my phone burned up from having to record so much that I was like, can I just use my Canon DSLR? And unfortunately, during one of the Budget Eats, the Canon DSLR got busted, which is why they finally got me a real camera to shoot on. That wasn't my own personal property. And so when HR was asking me to return all the equipment, they were like, you need to return the camera. And I was like, you need to pay me for my personal damage property. And after months of back and forth, they were like, will you accept this camera as replacement for your personal camera? And I was like, yes, that's what I was saying all along. We love the runaround. It's what Hearst does best. The union has pitched so many ideas and they always refuse to give it to us. And then months later, they'll like reinstate this new policy, so-called, that was literally just the union's ask. It's insane. I hate corporations. Be a lot of cleanup here, isn't there? I don't think I'm gonna leave on time, am I? And still, she's eating the cereal. It's not okay to leave dishes in the sink if you have a fucking mouse. Did we all forget about that? We're good. Except I don't have any lids. What the fuck? That's dumb. hope. Not that I'll need to because I'm just eating cereal all day, every day. All right, here we go. I'm not even gonna scrub the sheet trays this time. I'm just gonna see how well the dishwasher handles it. There's some bits of caramelization. Let's experiment. How useful are you, dish? My gosh, there's 280 people watching me do dishes. So weird. I feel like I've told you all the time I was interviewing for Harvard undergrad, and they asked me one last question of if your friends were in this room, what word would they use to describe you? And I took like a full minute to think about it, and I chose the word weird. No, I used the word weird. Queer wasn't part of the discourse back in 2007. Not in my field of view anyway. And I don't think I realized I was like queer in terms of a gender and sexual identity way then. Are you a smoker? Not cigarettes, not tobacco. Friends? Foes? Weirdos? I'm gonna go. Thank you for joining me on this very troubled 2-for-1 stream. I wish you luck. I wish all of us luck.